Good afternoon, guys. In this opportunity, I will be talking about the methods used to encourage recruitment and retention, as well as the potential barriers, as it was discussed by Bauer et al., and interventions to improve recruitment and retention in clinical trials, a survey and workshop to assess current practice and future priorities. And they were discussing how the reason why many of the studies today are not completed or that I ended before time is because of recruitment. This is the number one priority. And recruitment affects statistical power, internal validity, external validity. It has financial impact in the study because the resources that are allocated, the time that is allocated for this study, is wasted if the is not completed. It results in time delays when recruitment is not completed and it has to be extended for a longer period, which incurs into financial impacts as well. And then it can reduce the impact of the intervention, of the results of the study as it is delayed as well. And it can affect the health and well-being of patients, the patients that are already enrolled in the research, the patients that are due to be enrolled and that have not been found, have not been searched, and even the patients that will benefit from the results of this research in the future. So it is very important that recruitment and retention in studies is assessed and is investigated and fixed. So in sending a survey to different research recruiters or directors, they found out that the most important factors used, like the most important methods used for recruitment and retentions, are in the areas of patient contact, providing convenience to the patient, providing support not only to the patients but also to the recruiters, using different modern and systems programs that I can use in the recruiting and also retention of patients by sending reminders. Using incentives is one of the most important ones, both incentives to the patients, to the participants, and to the recruiters to increase recruitment. The different types of designs of the studies are made change in order to be able to obtain more recruitment, the resources and the human factors like the relationship between the researchers and the participants. And these are the most important methods employed so that recruitment is enhanced and that patients are retained in the study for longer periods. So after pretty much assessing the ways that these problems, these issues are addressed today, they wanted to investigate some of the barriers that are keeping the patients from enrolling in a given trials regarding the communication between the research staff and the participants. And they found that three main areas are the main important barriers, which is the training of the site staff, the incentives that are used, and the communication between the staff and the participants. And one of the most important ones that I will be discussing today is the training of the staff, the recruiters, the physicians that are recruiting the participants and securing the retention of these participants. And through different surveys and then bringing the results of the surveys to a workshop that was discussed, they discuss what is the difference between the recruiters that are more effective in attaining more patients and recruiting more patients versus the ones that are less effective. Should we be identifying the particular characteristics of the staff so we can find those characteristics in the recruiter when we are um, you know hiring these recruiters, or is it just a better selection of a staff in general, like for us to what are the characteristics, what is the selection of staff, or what are the different methods in which we can select a better staff that can better improve the recruitment and retention of patients? What are the different, what about when it comes to relevant training package? They were assessing what would be more convenient. Should we be training recruiters before the study recruitment time to be able to have this particular characteristic, or should we just let the recruitment process start and then realize which are the more effective recruiters and which are the less effective recruiters, and then pretty much train the less effective recruiters. Also, they were looking at the different strategies that could enhance recruitment and whether which is more effective, whether it's like an empathic communication or an informative communication. And the main purpose of the study was to identify these different barriers. And in the workshop, I come up with different solutions or different or additional questions that could be investigated in order to be able to find out how can we address these barriers. And the researchers discussed the fact that this particular study may not provide all the answers, but instead will provide different hypotheses, different questions that can be further studied so we can finally find solutions to these barriers. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.